Hello, fellow seeker. It is the Onymous CHIRONYMOUS here to do your reading. Let's take a look at your post. You say, thanks in advance. You're welcome in advance. You say, I have no mouth and I must scream. If I recall correctly, that is the title of a science fiction story. I'd read a little bit about it, and I believe it was made into a video game, I think, in the 90s. You say your name is Christopher. You are a 24-year-old male Scorpio. You are of average height/weight. You have dark brown / black poofy curly hair. Brown eyes, somewhat tan, wearing black workout shorts. Paint a very vivid picture of yourself, my friend. You say whatever method you decide is best insofar as which method of divination we go with here. Okay, you say, to put it shortly, I've lost faith in myself and my abilities. Oh, it's not a good place to be in, my friend. Sometimes we do end up there for various reasons, because sometimes when it rains it pours, it may seem like, and especially now if you're not aware, this is in the Chinese zodiac, this is the year of the monkey. And that means a lot of monkey wrenches getting thrown into plans and into everything in general. Not ideal. We also had, for the first time in 10 years, we had 5 retrograde planets come winging through. 5 of them at once at one point. Again, for the first time in 10 years. And that is, it's just been some really just sweeping stuff coming through. It's been a lot of challenges, a lot of difficult times. It's removed a lot of things from our lives, but that's so that new things can come into our lives. And that started back around November, December, that the planets started going retrograde. And the last of them will still be retrograde August, September. September is when they will go direct again. And the last of them at least. And so we're still dealing with some stuff. There's some Mars craziness going on now, with Mars going station before it goes direct again. So there's going to be a little bit of turmoil here in the before, during, and aftermath of like the 29th. So look out, be on the lookout for that. Anyway, but one of the other things that's going on is Chiron just went retrograde, incidentally enough. Super, super awesome and good. And that is one of all the other stuff going retrograde, generally bad. Chiron goes retrograde, it's a good thing. Chiron is the healer, so healing is coming, my friends. It's on the way. It already began, and it's going to continue well into next year. So it's definitely been a wild time, but things are going to get better, my friend. So let's take a look. You're a Scorpio. You are a neighboring sign to mine. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a fire sign. You're a water sign. Similar energies. Keep in mind, you may wonder. Some people may wonder, why is Scorpio a water sign? It's a scorpion. Lobsters and scorpions related, much like spiders and crabs are related. Friggin' arthropods with their exoskeletons. But no, you're a lobster, yeah. So you're a water sign, so you're gonna find water to be calming. Like whenever you need to, like, calm down or make peaceful decisions and whatever, you need to walk by some water. A lake, a stream, a river, the ocean, a creek, a pool. Walk by some water, do some thinking when you're making decisions or just trying to get centered again, you know. So that's one thing that's going to help you out, my friend, with your having lost faith in yourself and your abilities. You say you can't seem to do anything without getting anxious and doubting myself. I know that feeling, and we need to get you away from that. If we get hung up on things from the past, we get depressed. You know, we wish that there were things that had gone differently, and the past gives us depression. The future gives us anxiety when we're worried, nervous, anxious, what's going to happen, you know, about the future. Nervous, worried, anxious, anxiety. Not a thing you want. Paranoia, those sorts of things. We need to sort of calm and settle our nerves. In some of those cases, you know, we need to either change our diet or we need to see a doctor, you know, medical professional. A lot of people have trouble with dealing with anxiety. And it looks like, because you say you're having trouble sleeping, there's a thing called sleep anxiety. I would get that too. I'd get like sleep anxiety, driving anxiety. And we've got to find ways to calm ourselves. We've got to find calming energies. We have to genuinely relax during the day without having our thoughts being all over the place in the past and in the future, making us miserable. We have to have now thoughts where we find peace and tranquility and productivity and constructiveness in the here and now, and we find, you know, just peace and well-being. And so we address the past by being like, okay, those things from the past that are depressing me, here's what I thought and felt about that thing, here's what I learned from that thing, here's what I thought and felt about that. And then that thing from your past is no longer useful anymore. You can put it behind you, you can discard it, throw it away. It's no longer useful. You're more now, you've grown, you're better, you're moving forward with more knowledge, more wisdom, and more strength from having gone through it. And you do that with any stuff that's coming up from your past. You got to get rid of that depression. With your future stuff, stuff that's making you anxious, nervous, it's because you're wondering what's going to happen. Is that thing going to happen that I want to happen, or is it not going to happen? Is that thing that I don't want to happen going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Can I make the thing that I want to happen happen? Can I make the thing that I don't want to happen not happen? Oh my God, what's going to happen? And you drive yourself wild with that. And we've got to like breathe, take a step back, and we've got to go, okay, I've addressed the stuff in the past, now we got to address the stuff in the future. And the way we do that is by having a plan. A plan is going to serve you well, my friends. So come up with a plan that addresses the potential good things on the horizon in the future, the potential bad things on the horizon in the future. A plan that addresses your goals, the things you want to achieve, accomplish, the things you want to obtain. You have a plan that addresses all of that. Now you don't have to worry about the future anymore, and you're awake and aware in the here and now, where you're living moment to moment. You're on top of things. You've got your plan. You're awake and aware, and you're aware of what's going on around you. You're using your five senses, being observant, taking in information, and you're awake and aware of what it is that you're doing, which is either working on the current step of your plan, or you're genuinely in the moment doing something fun, entertaining, something you enjoy, or you're genuinely in the moment being calm, relaxed, chill, resting, and being like, oh, I needed this, this is great, rather than having your head all over the place in the future and past. It's going to be okay, my friend. There's good stuff going on here. We're going to pull some cards for you too. Let's take a look at what else you say here. You say being anxious and doubting yourself, and we got to get rid of that self-doubt. You know, we've got to start feeling secure again. So we need to attain a certain sort of mindset, and that mindset is calm, cool, collected, confident, upbeat and positive, centered and balanced, strong and wise, content, secure, complete, whole, patient, not getting down, not getting discouraged, endurant, perseverant, persistent, consistent. You've got this, my friend. Make a healthy habit out of that mindset. It's going to serve you well. It's going to benefit you because it's the strongest, wisest, best position to approach anything you may face in life, whether it's something that you're trying to accomplish, again, your goals, or whether it's an issue, a problem, a monkey wrench that's being thrown in your way. Let's see, you say the anxiety, it's also causing sleep problems, or vice versa, like weird dreams that at times force me awake. That can maybe sound a little bit to me like sleep paralysis, and in that case, you do not want to sleep on your back. You want to make sure that you're always going to sleep and staying asleep on your side, maybe with like a pillow between your knees to like relieve the pressure on your spine, and you know, just kind of sleep on one side or switch to the other, and you know, switch around the pillow and get there. And if you worry too much about sleep, it's going to keep you awake. So there's actually some really good info on here in one of the previous threads on here, and I think it was a thing from the R9K board on what to do about insomnia. And one of the weird things, it was something about like sometimes you can't sleep because you're dehydrated. You have to drink a bunch of water and go to sleep. And yeah, maybe you'll get up to pee, but you will sleep, and your body will get kind of used to that. I read about making teas from banana peels. That's a good one because it also increases like the dopamine level in the brain. If you can eat banana peels, awesome. Just, you know, over the course of a couple days, if you eat 1 or 2 bananas peels a day, that you can find that sort of calming. You know, because like I said, some of this can sometimes be malnutrition. Some of it can be you need to see like a medical professional. Like I said, that's when you want to check out if you haven't already. You may want to. And you say the insomnia, which in turn makes it harder to concentrate due to lack of energy and sleep. Well, understandable. You know, sometimes I had to like stay awake until I was exhausted, and then I would get sleep. And then you say that of course leads to more anxiety, etc., etc. Yeah, it is kind of a vicious cycle, and we have to find a way to break the cycle. And you know, sometimes we can do that with medications, sleep medications. You know, some people melatonin works for, some it does not. Some people, what are the other ones? Like some people do like the combination that's of like melatonin and tryptophan and what the heck was the other one? I think valerian root, that was in there. Some people take one of those or all three in combination or combination of the two. I couldn't stomach chamomile tea, but they had these great like chamomile caplets that were like lactose and chamomile, and they dissolved under the tongue, and that was a-okay, and that helped me sleep really well. Sometimes white noise can help, you know, like hearing static on the radio or TV, or like waterfall type noise. There's like YouTube videos and stuff you can listen to for that, MP3s you can get, what have you. There are all sorts of things that you can try for sort of getting to sleep. You say your whole outlook on life has shifted due to this. That's totally understandable. Yeah, I can see that happening. I've had that happen too. You say you can't focus on your goals anymore. It's all losing its meaning. Even the idea of a good night's sleep is fading away. Yeah, that is sort of an insomnia thing, and you have to try to treat it. And I gave you a number of approaches there, and also, you know, you could look into, you know, seeing a doctor, a medical professional. You say, no, staying positive is a key to fixing this. Certainly, and you can. There's hope. Things will get better. You know, you have to let them. You have to like get this weight off your shoulders. You need to sort of breathe a sigh of relief that things are going to get better, and that's going to help with initiating the process here. You say, but holy hell, does it feel inconsistent to try to stay positive? Absolutely understandable, but it is a thing that you need to do, and you need to be consistent. So be consistently calm, confident, upbeat, and positive. Things are going to get better. Healing is coming, my friend. You say, I'm at my wit's ends here. Totally understandable. And you say, Godspeed, my friend. Godspeed to you as well. Thank you. So what I'm going to do here now is, you know, bearing the information, the advice in mind that I have given you. If you follow it, it's going to sort of now affect your outcome of the cards here. So let me do a 3-card spread for you and see what we come up with for either verification of this or future or additional help. So let me see what I can find as far as your first card here. Okay, that's that one. Let's look at another. Okay, here we go. And finally. Alright, awesome. Okay, so let's scope this out. Okay, I have drawn for you the Ace of Cups. There we go. Ace Cups. But reversed. It came out upside down. So let's put that there. Then I came up with for you the Six of Swords. also reversed. And finally, the Three of Pentacles, but not reversed. Okay, so let's go through this card, or through this spread, card by card here. And first we're going to be looking at the Ace of Cups, but we're going to be looking at it when it's reversed. So this should be interesting. Let's see here. The Ace of Cups, when reversed, speaks of false heart, mutation, instability, and revolution. Interesting. So it's saying that you have to put your heart into things, you do have to persevere, you do have to push forward, things will get better. And it says, you know, you need to regain stability. Certainly, you say you're at your wit's end, so bring, like, I say take a shotgun effect to this, like, try to fix your diet, try to manually calm yourself, you've got to breathe, you've got to let some stuff go, you've got to address past and future stuff, you know, you may need to see a healthcare professional, you know, may need to try some of these other things to get to sleep. You got to get the ball rolling on the sleep, you've got to, like, lay the anxiety to rest, and you may, if you can't do that yourself, you may need, you know, help with that. So let's see what the second card here, the Six of Swords, when reversed. So we've got first a card, Cups, that's the card of fullness, of water. Second, we've got a card of Swords. Yeah, we have no cards from the Greater Arcana here. They're all just from the Lesser Arcana, and we have represented here the water, swords are wind, or air, excuse me, and pentacles, which is earth. So there's no fire being represented here, which is will and energy. So you need to put will and energy into this. You need to get fired up, my friend. You need to get passionate about something. You need to focus on something other than your anxieties, and you need to, like, pour yourself into it, because, like I said, fire and water energy is kind of similar. You need to pour, instead of, you know, sometimes you can't get fired up, you need to pour yourself into something, because you're a Scorpio. And that's kind of what's going on here, even in the image of the cup, now that it's reversed, being poured into something. So that's what I see here for you, my friend. Then when we move on to this Six of Swords, when reversed, let's see, when reversed though, Six of Swords speaks of a declaration, confession, publicity. One account says that it is a proposal of love. So again, here we were speaking about, you know, things that you're passionate about. You know, pouring yourself into something that you can become passionate about, a project or self-improvement, you know, something like that. You want to get yourself together so you can put your best foot forward. And declaration, confession, you've got to sort of, there's something that you need to admit to someone or to yourself, or that's really what that card says here. Or that you need to speak to someone, you know. The anxiety, you could either need, you know, like I said, nutrition or medicine, or, you know, just talk therapy. You might need to just talk things out with a professional, or with friends, or with something of that nature, or relatives, loved ones, people close to your situation. Finally here, upright, we're looking at the Three of Pentacles, a card of the physical realm and of success. And the Three of Pentacles, when upright, is a card that speaks of trade, skilled labor, nobility, aristocracy, renown, and glory. A very positive card to sort of end on here, but it's definitely one of putting work into things. So a project, self-improvement, putting work into things getting better. So that's what I see for you, my friend. That is the reading. I hope that it served you well. It was my pleasure to do it for you. I'll be rooting for you, cheering you on, hoping for all the best for you, my friend. Take the absolute best care of yourself, and peace to you.